What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to Big Bro and Little Sis Reacts. I'm Tamaj and this is Tam.
And this is Rainy.
And today we are on Ahsoka, Season 1, Episode 7, Dreams and Madness.
Yeah.
We finally got to Ezra. I don't want to say rescue because they're still trapped there and being hunted by multiple forces. There are not only deadly creatures, but we got... Shin and Balon going after them, and then Thrawn sent a squadron after them as well. And he said it doesn't really matter if the two Dark Jedi return or not. But yeah, they are leaving. Ahsoka's pulling up, but Thrawn also said if the whales show up, fire on them immediately. Don't let them reach the planet. So that's another issue. We're vastly outnumbered. Ezra doesn't have any... Well, from what we can see, he doesn't have any friends that can really fight very well, unless some turtles hiding some. So I really don't think the odds are in our favor, and we got 2 episodes left, and I just don't see us wrapping up the storyline, which is kind of sad.
I think the odds are in our favor.
I don't.
Because we got people on the way, and then...
People on the what?
On the way.
Just
2
Ahsoka?
people.
That's what I'm saying. They're still outnumbered. He had a whole
Ahsoka
fleet.
was like 50 people. So.
Yeah, she outskills just about all of them, but when you're outnumbered, you're outnumbered. Shoot. But we'll see what happens. I mean, Hera's facing possible, I don't want to say court-martialing, but she got to deal with the repercussions of breaking the ruling of the Senate. So, I don't know, just a lot of different factors, but I don't think that they're going to be able to wrap everything up in 2 episodes, which is sad because, well, it's good because we'll probably get a season 2. Sad because that's probably going to take forever. And it's like, it's so good. But it's not like they've wasted time or anything, but it's just like, they needed more episodes.
Yeah.
But that just seems to be every Disney Plus show.
The plot moving fast, like, we getting there, but like...
Yeah, it's just...
We're not there.
Yeah. So, but let's just jump into it and see what they got. For other reactions I read on Patreon.
We simply cannot allow a general of the New Republic security forces to go around acting like this is still a rebellion. This is a government, and it has rules and laws which General Syndulla seems to have no problem bending.
You've been hating. I'm so tired of you.
My job is to protect the people of this republic, and that is exactly what I was doing, in the best way I know how.
I see, and you protected the New Republic by ignoring direct orders.
No, I protected the New Republic by ignoring you.
Facts, because you talking bullshit all the time, especially in a time where there's spies everywhere.
Can we
And
at
traitors
least
in
agree
our midst.
that General Syndulla's actions brought to light that there was an incident on Zatex?
An incident, yes, but this report reads like a child's fairy tale. Jedi, false Jedi, star maps, star whales, distant galaxies. Are we to believe any of it?
Yes.
Morgan Elsbeth was leading a coordinated effort by the Imperial Remnant.
Objection! Imperial Remnant.
Object my ass.
Sensational term. There is no proof of any coordination between the scattered and dwindling number of Imperial forces.
What about the conflict on Mandalore?
Gideon was a warlord acting on his own. There is no proof of a greater conspiracy and thus no immediate threat
But
to
you
this
weren't
republic.
there.
If Thrawn returns, that will change quickly.
If.
Why is he speaking? I'm
What
tired of it.
frightens me more? The
Don't nobody
possibility
else
of
got
what might
opinions?
happen or your unwillingness to see it.
I see a general who abuses her authority for personal gain.
What does she
And
get?
I will not stand for it.
This makes me want
I
to
motion that
have
General Syndulla
Thrawn
be
come
court-martialed for disobeying a direct order.
Our motion we replace your ass on the set.
Identification.
3PO?
I am C.
3PO,
Fuck out the way. That's an OG.
why are you here?
I'm here on behalf of Senator Leia Organa.
You know Senator Organa gonna come represent the people in their best interest. Come on, 3PO, what you got to say? We appreciate you, big fella.
The Honorable Senator Organa has become aware of an unfortunate situation and wishes to present this data transcript, which she hopes may resolve the matter.
I object.
Object my ass. I'm tired of you.
The transcript shows that Senator Organa personally sanctioned General Syndulla's reconnaissance mission to Cetos.
We love Princess
I'm
Leia.
unaware that Senator Ziono had held a vote against such a mission.
This is preposterous. The court cannot admit evidence
I'm
of this
convinced
kind
he's a
from a mere
traitor.
droid.
He's fighting way too hard.
Yes, well, Senator Organa is willing to overlook this misstep, but asks that you address any further concerns to her directly in her role as leader of the Defense Council.
He need to be
Well,
replaced.
that seems to settle the matter. Unless you remain unsatisfied, Senator CNN.
Why does his opinion matter so damn much?
No.
General Syndulla, might I have a word?
Of course, Chancellor.
I don't know what you and Leia are playing at, but I know she did not authorize your mission.
She did, eventually.
Yeah. Oh God. We just
Put your personal feelings aside and don't
we're
deny
doing
you
some
have
illegal
them.
ass shit. But that's okay, for the right
How
reasons.
real is the threat of Thrawn's return?
We have to prepare for the worst. And hope for the best.
I think he will be successful.
Her face is so cute.
She practicing with her master? An old recorded training lesson?
In this war, you will face more than just droids. General Grievous, Asajj Ventress, even Count Dooku.
The name drops.
Face any one of them on the battlefield.
I really want a Clone Wars movie. Live action with Ahsoka and Anakin.
It's my responsibility to prepare you. So practice these forms often, at least more than I do. If we get separated or something happens, you need to be able to make it on your own.
I love that she still listens to his lessons.
He made 20 or more of these recordings. This was his last one.
Very thoughtful. I never realized.
Once we drop out of hyperspace, we find Sabine.
And how do you propose we do that? If we have indeed traveled to another galaxy, our star charts will be useless.
We find the enemy, and we find Sabine.
Direct and to the point as always.
Well, that's my style.
The enemy's usually always
Point
easier
out
to
that
find
you are
than
assuming the Star
your
Wars have brought us
allies.
to the correct galaxy.
I think the odds are pretty good.
No, in fact, they're terrible. Astronomically terrible.
Well, you should have said something.
I did, but you never.
She's messing with you.
The worst part is, I hope you are right.
I know you do.
I'm picking up a lot of interference.
Something's wrong.
Yeah, they're getting shot at.
I am detecting multiple objects in our path.
Let's get out there.
Perhaps we are safer in here.
Oh, they set down mines? Oh my God.
It's an Imperial minefield deployed around the arrival point. At least the whales are providing some cover.
They're doing us a great service. Yeah, they're jumping away.
But
Say something.
I was being optimistic.
honestly, good. I don't want to hurt. At least y'all know y'all in the right place.
Yeah. Like I said, the enemy's always easier to find than your allies. So.
Almost through.
Of course. Round two.
Fighters are closing.
I'm going to make for the debris field.
I would not recommend that.
Come on, where's that optimism?
That looks like skeleton bones.
I can't find an opening.
Yeah, well bones.
Too dense.
They said this is where the whales come to die.
It would seem Ahsoka Tano is alive and well after all.
Here is everything the Inquisitorial database had on her.
Her master was General Anakin Skywalker.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Your servant has only the one starship.
Correct, Grand Admiral. Our fighters have already engaged the target and pursued
His
them
face
into the
is so
debris field.
scary.
Excellent. That'll be all, Captain. Withdraw the fighters. And have them stand by.
No, great. He can
Why
change
not
his plan
allow
up.
them to follow?
There's no need to waste our resources.
Without pursuit, we shall lose them in the debris field.
You're quite right, of course. Jedi are very good at hiding. They've been practicing that for years. However, we are getting to know our adversary. And if she's anything like her master, she'll be unpredictable and quite dangerous. Which is why we must control all variables. Put her on a path of her own choosing, so that no matter which direction she takes, we'll always be one step ahead of her.
I do not like this. How did they anticipate our arrival?
And you can't really predict for the witches.
Then the enemy has already found him. I will run a scan to see if I can locate Lady Wren.
Oh, they have vehicles. That makes more sense. Well, their houses are like vehicles, I guess.
There's a New Republic, Zeb's training recruits, and Hera's commanding a fleet. I missed everything.
You know, I was beginning to think we'd never find you.
They need Zeb for season 2.
Never said
It's complicated.
your usual level or worse.
Worse. Ahsoka took me on as her apprentice.
She what? Why?
That
I mean, congratulations.
Go on.
No, that's great. That makes sense. Of course, you trained a little before, back when I was first learning.
I remember.
Yeah. So where is Ahsoka? Is she coming? That's complicated.
Sabine, you need a plan. I feel like she's literally just going with the moment, but like in her mind, assume Ahsoka isn't coming. How are you planning to get out?
She's not.
I can't see her planning to stay here
I mean, what choice does she have?
to fight. They're rebels. I mean, they've infiltrated multiple times. Sneak back on the ship and hitch a ride.
Great mothers, I'm in need of your assistance. Ahsoka Tano lies within the graveyard. Find her.
I don't like that they just bend to his will. Sickens my soul.
I cannot locate Lady Wren. Either my scans are being jammed, or there is too much debris.
There's another way.
Through the Force.
Ahsoka. I see her.
And so do they.
The Jedi is there.
I thought they were gonna say, I see her.
Open fire.
Something happened. What was it?
Oh no. Feeling
What kind?
familiar.
They found us. Don't worry. I know where
They
we're going.
found us.
Wonderful. So, on our way.
At least we got some cover for the moment. It's just that cover's also coming down on us. Because they got cheating ass magic.
Well done. We're flushed out of hiding.
Shall we prepare our defenses?
No, we're not the focus of the Jedi's attention. Tano and pursuits have been Ren.
See, he's patient. He's really good at this game. Most generals would have had their fighters fight until they died. Not him. Pull him back. Wait. Flush him out. With another tactic. Re-engage. Let them lead you to the rest of your enemies. Continuously engage with more force.
That's yours?
He's good.
No.
These slow ass things ain't going nowhere. Lord.
Contact Thrawn. Kill Sabine Wren and Ezra Bridger. And take your place in the coming Empire.
You not helping her?
You won't help?
Your ambition drives you in one direction. My path lies in another.
Yeah, he's staying here. But he's trying to help her get what she wants.
One parting lesson, Shin. Impatience for victory will guarantee defeat.
Yep, they made friends with the people they found in the last one. Of course. I hope them turtles can do it something. I'm hoping they can pleasantly surprise me.
We received a signal pinpointing Bridger's location.
Dispatch 2 gunships to assist the mercenaries.
I'm telling you, we're badly outnumbered.
Have you ever
If
rode a
your
horse?
Galen proves capable,
Yes.
we may yet win the day.
She might have to give Ezra his lightsaber back. She can fight with the Mandalorian tactic. So these things go a little faster. Yuka yuka! I hope that means bazooka. Shit. I'm slingshot.
Usopp, dude.
peaceful people.
Peaceful, fine. You didn't mention defenseless.
Right, because peace ain't always peaceful.
Thank you.
Shoot, hit the, use your slingshots to hit the animals in the eyes. Once they fall, they'll take down the man on the damn loaf rat.
Don't shoot the animals.
Oh. Come on, turtle! At least stay organized.
I hope they got the kids in the car. Or the house.
Yeah, I did too at first. Oh, she found them.
Who's that?
She's like you, but lacks your sense of humor.
Lightsaber?
Oh, yeah.
Great.
Yeah, Ezra will be more of a match for her.
Go.
Yeah, slingshots aren't gonna save us on this one.
I have to get down
We cannot land while under attack. Standard Jedi mission protocol states.
Won't need to land.
She's no standard Jedi.
Yes, this again. Once I'm on the ground, draw the fighters away.
Yes, yes, of course. Just remember what happened last time.
You got the timing wrong?
And didn't I feel terrible?
No!
Didn't I feel terrible?
I love George.
Yeah, oh Yang's great. For some reason I thought she like tripped. She approached Balon.
Dang.
Rematch.
Didn't expect to see you again.
Disappointed?
No. However, can't allow you to interfere.
I don't have time for
I'm
this.
gonna make that
That I know.
top she has.
Dual wielding this style.
Do your thing.
What thing?
It's your lightsaber. Take it.
You keep it.
What?
I don't need it. Besides, you've been training.
Very funny.
Oh.
No, I'm serious.
Take it.
I gave it to you. It's yours now.
Please take a blaster.
No. The Force is my ally.
Okay.
I'm gonna need more than that.
Thanks.
I'll figure that flavor out. But that kind of makes sense because all these had to rely on the Force.
Right.
Yeah, you got some little obscure, but like in the long
Nice. We appreciate you. Ooh. Oh.
run. His hair.
That's disrespectful.
Close.
She's just sweet. She fight like you. With the sword.
Well, if she does fight like me, she's successful.
It's not looking good for you.
Spoke too soon. Damn. Yep, got him with one and hit him with the other.
Perhaps. I don't have to.
Hu Yang!
Okay, you still want to get them off?
Well, he doesn't really have time to shoot and steer. He's just leading them away.
What's your path telling you now?
Deploy teams 1 and 2 use constant second and tandem.
We have them.
Our side is short one mercenary.
What?
Balon.
Balon's gone.
He left. Balon, the one that walked away. Nice. Teamwork.
Destroy them.
All we needed was a second. Yeah, you don't stand a chance. It's disrespectful for you to even try.
Well, they're all back together. I hope I survive long enough to see the outcome.
Yeah, I hope so too. That armor's been coming in clutch. She been getting shot up.
Their houses and car buses, SUVs coming in.
Give him like 3 different names and they all got the same vehicle.
Yeah. It's the same thing.
Almost like the Jedi of old.
Military.
Recall the gunships. Call off the area of pursuit.
You know it's a losing fight. He's about preserving his resources.
These are unfortunate, but acceptable losses given the absence of Lord Balin. In the grand scheme of things, one might even call this first match with Tano a success.
I see only our enemies reunited.
Let me show you what I see.
She came to this galaxy with a different set of energy.
With our enemy distracted, the cargo transfer is now almost complete, which means we shall soon leave this forsaken place. Ahsoka Tano has lost the one thing she could not afford to lose today.
The whales. The way out.
Time. Time is very much on our side now.
She hates the retreat. I don't think she's gonna go.
That's why he said that lesson to her.
He knows she's impatient.
Surrender your weapon.
She just knew she was gonna win.
I can help you.
Ahsoka,
Let her go think.
I thought you were dead.
I miss this reunion.
I think Thrawn made a tactical error. They got their ship and everything, so they can catch up to them before they leave.
It's okay.
Y'all gotta go help y'all one buddy that got left behind earlier.
Guys,
He's in the middle.
getting a feeling.
Now remember his thing got his podcast.
Yeah,
think I might be
they
going
went
the
back
last
and
round.
they circled him.
Yeah.
That's why they went back. Because they wouldn't get
Oh, so good. We only got one more episode. That's so depressing. It's so depressing. Because it's going to
It
take...
needs a season 2 already.
I'm sure it's going to get it, but it's going to be like 2025.
Yeah.
But, I mean, all the shows have been connecting, you know, from Rebels to Mandalorian to Ahsoka to Boba Fett. They've all been connecting. So, I mean, you do get a little bit of the story still continued on. And especially if Thrawn gets back to our galaxy, they will be able to continue at least his story in somebody else's show. Probably Mandalorian now that we got Gideon out the way. But I still want to see Ahsoka in them. Like, so I don't know. I mean, she has popped up in their show, so it's not to say that that can't still happen and they can't tell a story another way. They do got that movie coming out, so, I mean, so they say. But God knows when that's going to be filmed and released. So it's just everything's going to be a time game. And I just felt like I waited years for Ahsoka show and I need more.
This episode was so good, though.
It was so good. I didn't want to.
I kind of expected it to play out a different way.
We looked like we was
mad.
down bad.
I'm
No,
not mad at all.
I'm not either. It looked like we was down bad. I mean, from the Harris trial to, I mean, being stranded in the whale bones and then outnumbered on the battlefield multiple times, we managed to win every battle.
Yeah. I thought we was going to go to the ship and then, I don't know, see she wasn't there and then see she was getting attacked there. I don't even know where I predicted this to go, but I know I didn't predict it that way. I just thought we were gonna go to Thrawn first, but it's okay.
I feel like that's too bold of a move. You never go for the big boss right away.
Yeah, but like she thought he was with Thrawn, but then she used the Force because I forgot you could do that, and then they're good.
Yeah, I mean, Thrawn, he's smart, and his plans would work against normal people, but these are out-the-box thinkers.
Yeah.
So these are not people who follow protocol, and when you do that, you can't really study them. Like, you can look at Anakin's record and all that. You can see his unpredictability, which tells you can't really plan for them. And
he expected somewhat for her to not like follow standard Jedi protocols though, because her master was Anakin. But like, yeah,
he still took a tactical approach that he would do against a normal enemy, trying to stay one step ahead. But you said Ahsoka and Anakin used to skip steps. That's the thing. Like, you try to get ahead of them and they ain't right on your level. Like, because we skipping steps. Like, she's not going to sit there and engage in a battle that's going to waste time. She's going to have Hu Yang do the distraction and she go help on another front. And like she said, I don't need to waste time fighting Balon and defeating him. I don't need to beat you. I just need to get you out of my way. And he got sent on his way.
That he's just like, oh, this isn't meant for me. Oh, let's go.
Well, Balon used them as much as they used him.
Yeah.
Like, he never really cared about their agenda. He helped them because
He
their
believed
goals
somewhat
aligned
in it,
to a point.
But he didn't believe him being a part of it.
No, they hired him as a mercenary, so he already knew his job was temporary, but he wanted to come here to get away from all the drama in the other galaxy. He wants to start a whole new one. So I think at a point he realized they're probably on the winning side of this battle, and I really don't want to continue to entertain it. So I'm going to go on and do what I need to do because the risk ain't worth it. So he moved on. Thrawn, again, something he couldn't have calculated for because he expected loyalty. So again, miscalculation. So Thrawn is smart, but he's been losing. I mean, he got stuck all the way out here because of unpredictability. So that's going to be his downfall in the end.
But I mean, his main goal is still is succeeding them. And that's basically to get ready for takeoff.
Yeah, which I honestly think he'll be successful.
Because the gas is already pumped. And all you got to do is start the car and then push on the
I think he's loading some sort of supplies. And by supplies, I think...
finished.
No, they were still finishing up. But he's like 80% done. But I think it got to be loading up something else. Like, it got to be some sort of weapons or something. Because why wouldn't you been ready? Like,
it's probably
you know what I mean? Like, why would my ship not been gassed? You know what I mean? Like, especially if I was anticipating them coming. He got something that he was preparing and loading that up to take it.
I wonder if it's like the natural.
We don't know what it is. They haven't really shown us, so.
Because it showed like
little
barrel
pods.
cans.
Yeah, there were little pods of something. I don't know what that could be. The subtitles
Natural
refer to the troopers
resources.
as night troopers. So that makes me think most of them are dead, which is how they survive so long, because they don't got to feed all of them, because you don't need to feed dead people. I think the witches are powering their bodies. But then again, I saw them talking and stuff, so I don't know. But like I said, we've also seen in Clone Wars, the Night Sisters can bring people back from the dead. So it could be that. The weapons could be some sort of Night Sisters concoction. It could be some sort of mystical weapon. I don't know. But we'll see eventually at some point. They're going to keep some surprises, for us. So I'm just excited to see what they do in this final episode. Hopefully it's pretty lengthy and they can at least tell a good chunk of the story. But I definitely don't see our heroes being successful in the final battle for this season. I think Thrawn's going to get back. They've just been teasing it and putting too much setup into it for it to fail. We got our victory in getting Ezra back, but they're going to get their victory in returning to the galaxy. And that'll be the next step in like the stories that they've been telling. Boba got his throne back in on Tatooine. The Mandalorians finally got their situation settled, and Ahsoka's finally coming back to her old self, accepting, her past, and, using those lessons to guide her forward in the future. And Sabine got Ezra. Hera is preparing the New Republic for the next war. So I think everything's just in place. So, I mean, a movie would be kind of great to, take this next story forward. I mean, I'd be down for it if that's what they want to do. And I think it makes sense because they did a lot of prep work over the last few years for it. So I have no doubt they're going to deliver something epic, and I'm excited to see it. Yeah. But with that all being said, thank you guys for watching. Of course, you want to hear what you guys thought.
Be sure to comment, share, subscribe. It's good to be on Full Interact.
And we'll see you guys for more Ahsoka.
Bye.